Now that we're familiar with vectors in R2, we can move on to talk about the Euclidean 3 space R3 and even higher dimensional Euclidean spaces. The Euclidean 3 space is a math expression of the three-dimensional physical space that we live in. So we use the XOYZ coordinate system. X-axis, Y-axis, Z-axis, origin O. Every point in R3 has three coordinates: the x-coordinate, the y-coordinate, and the z-coordinate. Just like what happens in R2, a vector in R3 whose initial point is at the origin can be described by the coordinates of its terminal points. For example, the vector 1, 2, 1 is equivalent to the vector that starts at the origin and ends at the point 1, 2, 1. So if I try to draw that in the x, o, y, z coordinate, it should be this point. And this is the vector. I'm going to plot it in MATLAB so you can have a 360-degree view of the vector 1, 2, 1. Although there are many geometric vectors that are equivalent to this vector and all have the same algebraic components, for convenience in this course, we just refer to 1, 2, 1 as the vector that begins at the origin. And because every point in R3 corresponds to a vector, we can think of R3 with this mental image right here. So the algebraic definition of R3 is the set of all three tuples, while the geometric meaning of it is the full three-dimensional space we live in, and also the set of all three-dimensional vectors. At this point, we have talked about two Euclidean spaces, R2 and R3. And we're ready to extend the concept of vectors to vectors in Euclidean spaces of higher dimensions. So first of all, I'd like to mention that the symbol R in R2 and R3 represents the set of all real numbers. So R is the set of real numbers. As we know, the set of real numbers can be represented on a line where this is 0, and any point on this line means a real number. This line is often referred to as the real line. And the set of all real numbers can be thought of as Euclidean 1 space, R1. And because elements in R are just real numbers, they are scalars. And then R2 is the set of all two tuples whose components are real numbers. So R2 is basically constructed by two real lines that are perpendicular to each other. R3 is the set of all three tuples whose components are real numbers, and it's constructed by three real lines that are perpendicular to each other. And when it comes to higher dimensional Euclidean spaces, they're not as easy to visualize. There are some beautiful videos online about visualizing the fourth dimension, but in general, we focus more on the algebraic properties of higher dimensional Euclidean spaces. A Euclidean space of dimension n, where n is any positive integer, is the set of all n tuples whose components are real numbers. For example, R4 is the set of all four tuples, and R5 is the set of all five tuples. Although R4 and R5 and higher dimensional Euclidean spaces are not easy to visualize, there are plenty of examples where vectors in those spaces are useful. For example, in economic analysis, it's common to divide an economy into different sectors. Suppose we divide an economy into sectors of agriculture, manufacturing, services, and utilities. Then the output of this economy can be described by a four-tuple where the components are the outputs of each individual sector. For another example, a typical baseball game has 9 innings unless the teams are tied at the end of the 9th inning. So the scores of a team for a 9 innings game can be recorded in a vector in the 9-dimensional Euclidean space R9, where each component is the score in each inning.